And we're back, y'all. Welcome to the next episode of the Beanstalk Cast.
Do I have to tell you before we record what episode it is, Kevin?
I don't keep track. I get lost in the streams.
It's episode 18.
It's 18 already?
It's 18.
18.
Our podcast is of age. Love to see it.
Yep.
It's 18?
Sure is. Oh, it grows so fast.
So we can vote now.
I mean, I suppose it has to be registered first.
Oh, damn.
So,
but it can't smoke, though. Because they raised that to 21.
Oh.
Well, not here it can't.
Yeah. And drinking, it can't do either.
Well, not
but
here.
But it could hold a gun. It could shoot that gun.
Hold
it could shoot the gun.
Can't buy the ammo, though.
Can't buy the ammo, and it can't purchase the gun anymore either. So, yeah, because they raised that to 21 too. So, a while
Is
ago.
that to stop the
I think that's what they want you to think, but you know.
Okay.
Now it's just called school stabbings. You know. I don't think that's happened yet.
Yeah, because people can still get their hands on knives, no problem.
Get closer.
Oh yes.
Okay. You almost said something there.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
It almost reminds me of the time I talked about that superhero that moved to the part of town where he belongs.
Not... Okay, well, it's on the... Why did they do it? The question isn't to ask, is Kevin racist? The question is to ask, are the game developers racist for taking a man out of Brooklyn, putting him in Harlem, maybe because of the color of his skin?
Yeah, I know nothing about the Miles Morales. I thought his story was dumb. I was not a big fan, but then they released that trailer for the PS5, and I'm like, man, this game looks like it's gonna be super fun.
Yeah.
Has the PS5 come out yet?
November.
No.
November?
12th.
Oh, November 12th? Okay. So that's like a day after, I think, something else I was waiting. Oh, that's I think the day Cyberpunk comes out. November 11th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys see the PS5 user experience thing? Like
No.
they sat down and showed you what it's like to actually use it and log in and stuff?
What's it like?
I don't know. I feel like it looked quite fancy schmancy, don't get me wrong, but then after taking more than 1 second to think about it, I'm like, man, I want to say this is like the PS4 Pro. Like, if that's the progression, if I were to... But yeah, I saw the games take almost no time to load, so that's cool.
So it feels more like it's just the next step up as,
Yeah, I don't think it's quite so much a leap forward, but I think it is clearly a step forward, I'd say. But of course, I haven't seen... Man, I've started watching all the PS5 stuff. Like, I saw Final Fantasy 16 for the first time. I'm like, man, I can't believe I missed it. Oh. Why is PlayStation just winning it so hard right now? I feel like...
Well, I mean, Xbox doesn't have any exclusives, does it?
It has exclusives, but they're not launch date games. They're not amazing.
Yeah.
They're like the same game 15 times over.
Like that Halo game? That's also not coming out launch?
Yeah.
Wasn't that supposed to be a launch title? What happened to that?
It was, but they postponed it for whatever reason.
Delayed. COVID-related incident.
You know what's funny is Cyberpunk is coming out before it now.
We were there. You shot him, yes. And if we weren't there because of COVID, he wouldn't have died. There, it's COVID-related. And you're like, dang, that's solid logic.
You know, it's kind of funny that Cyberpunk is finally coming out, and it's going to be before the PS5 or Xbox Series, whatever the name is.
I think it comes out before the PlayStation. The Xbox comes out soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Although, I mean...
Because, there was another game that I was waiting for that came out, I think, in March, April, May, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that one I was waiting for 10 years for, so I was quite surprised that it came out before I dropped dead, but
Well, those are always fun.
Yeah, that was a Mountain Blade Bannerlord. Yes.
But question for you two. Have you guys used the Game Pass or the PS Now or any of those?
No.
I personally haven't, but I've heard good things about some of them.
My question is, once you no longer have the service, does it take the games away that you've already downloaded, or do you just have those forever?
I believe that's the case. Because I don't have Game Pass, but I've had Gold before, and I've downloaded free games from Gold onto Xbox One, and then I found out that Xbox is like, oh, you don't have Gold anymore. You downloaded them. We technically gave them to you, but you don't have Gold right now, so no, you can't play it.
Well, that's a move. Because I know how much
that's a tally mark in the PlayStation category.
Well, because on the 360, I still have my Gold games that I can still play even without Gold.
Because they're
No.
not like monitoring anything on 360, but like
Yeah.
with Xbone, they're like, how can we screw our customers again? Evil finger twiddle.
Sounds like reminds me of because I know with what's it called EA
Mhm.
and their Origin thing, which by the way I don't really like their Origin service, but
Yeah, no, I also I don't. I'm not a PC gamer, but I hear constant complaints about Origin.
so like but I have it because I have The Sims
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
and
For The Sims.
yeah, and I had it on CD, so of course it makes you install Origin, and then
Yeah.
also Origin did give me a few free games, so like
That's cool.
what's it called a couple other Star Wars titles, I forget which ones though, but yeah, no, I mean I just don't like their what's it called term I'm looking for the
Like
the platform. There you go, platform.
platform.
Yeah, I don't like their platform, but they do have like a Game Pass sort of thing, so you can play even like their new games that come out just for like a fraction of the price, as long as you pay their subscription or whatever. I've never done it myself, but you could, and you could play like the what's it called, the Squadrons that came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think on there too. I think if it's an EA
Hey,
game.
yo, has anyone touched that Squadrons? I hear it's pretty good.
I've seen a video of it.
Uh-huh.
It was interesting to say the least. I mean, it reminded me a bit of the space battles in Battlefront 2.
Yeah, the one we got stuck in.
Yeah.
Man, why Battlefront gotta be so hard? Man.
The Battlefront's great.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the classic Battlefront 2, the one on the
PS2.
yeah. Because it kind of reminded me of that, but it looked a little bit more a lot more polished.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, don't you have like a more definitive view of like the cockpit and stuff?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
It looks a lot prettier.
Mm-hmm.
I think the dog fighting looks a lot more succinct. I
Mhm.
guess. I'm trying to think of words to say, but yeah.
Yeah, working hard. I get it.
But yeah, no, I mean they're
It's good.
yeah, it looks good.
It looks like something you've wanted for so long, and yet EA would not give it to you.
The only my issue is
I'm still waiting for Dragon Age. Funny you mentioned things about EA not giving us that we desperately want and or need. Come on, Dragon Age. Come on, EA. And BioWare, wherever you are, resurrect yourself from the ashes to bring us the golden gem.
what did happen to BioWare? Do we know?
I have no clue.
I thought they
Oh.
just... I mean, I don't think they're dead. I think they just separated. I don't think
Oh,
they're
my phone,
SEA.
I think they just haven't done anything.
I
in a
can't
while.
Google.
Because Inquisition... man. Greg, it's all over Inquisition, and I don't know why. He didn't beat it. He needs to shut up. But Inquisition's great.
No, I got the I only have played the Origins and the Awakening. That's
It's
it.
one of the few reasons I keep my Xbox around, because I'm like, man...
You know, I think that's one of the few games that I think I have on multiple platforms. I think because I think I might have gotten it for free on the Xbox or something like that too,
Yeah.
as well as the.
Should get that dumb 360 port of it. And I'm like, I saw that, I think at a Target a while back, no, obviously. But I'm like, man, who would... Man, because... Wasn't Inquisition was a launch title, wasn't it? Or at least incredibly close, like it...
Maybe I don't remember because I never played it.
Because there are some technical issues with that game, even now, as...
I just remember the mods for Origins was pretty dang good on the PC because I had one that gave me like basically I was able to just run through the game with just this one sword that I picked up in that mod and it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, freaking... Oh, Brian, God rest your soul, when he was around to teach us all the Dragon Age.
He ain't dead.
No, but he's... I send you my energy, Brian. I don't know if you're listening, but...
If I can't see him, he is out of my brain.
Yeah, he has ceased to exist until he re-enters our existence.
So we're like children.
Or dogs.
Oh.
Man.
No, because funny you bring that up because I remember in one of my psychology courses we talked about this sort of thing where like like when you do peekaboo, the reason why the baby kind of like laughs is because
Yeah, because your face ceased to exist in that moment.
yeah, you literally phase in and out of existence for that baby
And
because
the baby's like,
did-
whoa, magic. And then later he's like, no, he just did the hands. Yeah, I believe the term is called object permanence, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the term. Yeah.
Yeah,
Babies
see,
haven't.
Kevin knows words.
Yeah.
Babies haven't developed object permanence, and dogs don't have it at all.
I didn't know that about dogs. That's something new. I never knew that.
That's why if you ever leave the house and your dog starts barking up a storm, it's because they think you've died.
And you have resurrected, and they're like, holy gosh.
Is that why dogs think their owners are like gods?
Yeah, they create a great They have a great attachment to you because they think you keep dying and coming back, and they never know if you're coming back.
That's really sad, but at the same time, it's also like kind of reassuring.
No, yeah, bless their hearts, those dollars.
So, about things that Gregory craps on all the time.
Yeah, he does that a lot. That fool.
So, Genshin Impact, man, it blew up, and it's still like hype. It's just like a whole. It's all
isn't
fun
it continuing to blow up right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the most streamed and most watched streams on Twitch.
I've never played it. I've seen glimpses of ads of it, but so explain to me how this game works exactly.
Breath of the Wild with anime characters. That's basically it.
So, because I know it's on my I can get it on my phone.
Yes.
And that always makes me go,
don't
want
worry.
this on my phone.
It's a full game.
Okay.
Like, don't worry about that. Like, it has like things like microtransactions where you can get stuff and like you can unlock characters, but you naturally unlock 24 characters within the game. You can mine and collect any resources that you need. It's like perfectly reasonable. It's just people sink money in because they're like, oh man, I need Neko-chan. I need to unlock her. I need a new character.
I need the upskirt costume for my Neko-chan. Oh no, it's 100 million coin. Oh no. Well, back to the grind. For Neko-chan. Okay, but what if Makoto was like, oh, little Ismat-dono, and you're like, oh my goodness. Oh,
for the Persona, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, in that case, maybe.
Yeah, see, no, man.
So you'd do it if you cared about the characters enough.
I guess so.
You would pay that money.
If they put your waifu in the game, right? Oh, well, I gotta see my waifu.
Maybe. I might be tempted.
If they released a Persona 5 Super Royal Edition, and then they had a collector's edition for it, where it included a straight up figure of Makoto in a maid outfit.
See, I don't want the maid outfit though. I want the biker outfit.
Oh,
because it's cool.
The
her latex biker outfit shows all the curves and crevices.
Okay, so it's a figure of Makoto.
No, bro, I'm saying what everyone's thinking. That's why they listen to us, because they're like, oh man, these beans, they're on the level.
So a Makoto figure, and it has swappable outfits. You can put the biker outfit on. You have a maid outfit. You have a Super Mario outfit. You have.
You had us, and then you had to bring your thing into it.
Yeah, that's what Chris likes on his
Why don't you just get a Super Mario upskirt figure? Because we're some doctor and just flashing a little something.
You know, he's a plumber.
Yeah.
No, I think Luigi would be the one that'd be like, he'd pull the boma and he'd lift his skirt up.
There's a reason why he wears overalls, Chris. Because he's a plumber.
Yes.
So you don't see that crack when he goes to fix the pipes?
But Chris has him take off the overalls.
He's like, oh, it's like, sir, you're not going to be needing those. He's like, oh. I got a blocked drainage pipe right here.
So, Chris, I'd never asked, what is our topic for today?
I have no clue.
Yeah, we kind of just jumped in.
Okay.
We just jumped in and we're talking about things, and I guess whatever has happened within recently, let's just go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Isma, I had a question. When you purchased the Man of Medan, did you do it online beforehand, or did you just walk into the store?
No, I just walked into GameStop and picked it up.
Now, I believe I asked this before, but which GameStop was that?
It was the one on by Target.
No, because I very much prefer the going in and buying experience as to the online.
And the mall is open too, so you can go into the mall and pick it up. I think because the GameStop in there is open too. I think. So yeah.
I know, but I don't want to go to the mall anymore. COVID has taken the desire to go to the mall from me.
It's so crowded in there. It really is.
The mall sucks anyways.
It does, but it's so. You know they're making an In-N-Out right on that.
In the mall?
Not in the mall, but right on the. You know where Red Robin was?
Then that means that In-N-Out's doomed to failure. That's like a cursed locale right there.
It is a cursed locale.
Because before it was Elephant Bar?
Before Elephant Bar, it was...
I couldn't remember.
The Lions restaurant.
Yeah.
And they were there for 40 years. And then came Elephant Bar, and they were there for like about 10, I want to say. Because it was like maybe 10 or 12.
Yeah.
And then Red Robin came, and they died out like 2 years later.
Yeah. So let's see.
Because their macaroni and cheeseburger sucked a bunch of poo-poo.
Let's see how long In-N-Out lasts.
That was it. You know, I think In-N-Out would survive there, though. The only problem is that traffic on that corner is going to be terrible.
Yeah, that's kind of a terrible corner. We're not going to reveal what city we live in, but that's a terrible corner to have a line going out of.
Our city's pretty big.
No,
though.
yeah. For more context, where we live, there's only one in and out. And boy, it's poor thing. People just run a train on its loose and unmalleable caboose.
That's how busy that in
Yeah, no. At
gets,
some
though.
point, you can't even exit the freeway. Yeah, it gets real bad.
Yeah, so I think that's why they're making the second one
But
because
at the same time, man, for those prices though,
it's not even for the price. Because I mean, the prices are fine. It's not the cheapest thing, but it's not the most expensive thing either.
No, I think
It's efficiency,
the quality of the food to how little you pay, the proportion is in
fair enough.
the customer's favor.
Yeah, you know.
Because you're like, man, I split a $5 for this. I'm pretty happy.
Speaking of food, though, let's talk about how COVID has affected all our favorite restaurants. Because Taco Bell got rid of basically everything I get from there besides my Crunch Wrap.
Why do you still eat at Taco Bell?
Because I like my Crunch Wrap.
Because he wants a chance to win an Xbox Series X.
Dude.
I would rather win one than pay for one. You're right.
But
Man, could you? That'd make some excellent podcast. If you'd be like, so yeah, I picked up Taco Bell on the way here, and then one of us would just slam the cup on the table. The listeners wouldn't know, but we would just look in aghast, just maybe even on it a little bit, just yeah. Because a free console is awesome. Free new next gen, oh yeah.
But yeah, no. So I would always get the quesarito. They got rid of that. I would always get the spicy potato.
I think the quesarito's only DoorDash or some
Really?
dumb
So weird.
Yeah, I went to order it. They're like, no, that's only takeout. Like,
No, because I love the quesarito. That was
like,
great.
why is it on the menu if you don't sell it anymore? Like,
And then the spicy potato tacos, the soft potato tacos. Those were great. They got rid of those too.
Didn't they get rid of like the Mexican pizza and like a bunch of other
I think
staple
so.
Taco Bell stuff?
I think so. The only thing that remains that I get from Taco Bell now are your regular tacos, and which I don't even get, to be honest. And then the Crunch Wrap, which I always get. So
yeah, no, Crunch Wrap's pretty good.
So I would always get a quesarito or a Crunch Wrap.
Do they have the breakfast Crunch Wrap where it's just like...
I don't know. Maybe they got rid of that too. I wouldn't know.
I hope not, because that's the Crunch Wrap I like.
I don't even know if they still serve breakfast. I haven't heard about that. I feel like it might be gone.
I don't think people go to Taco Bell for breakfast.
You know what restaurant I love going to now though? Wendy's. Because every time I've gone to Wendy's, they've given me free stuff. And I'm not even joking. So the first time...
Is it because the wait is awful? Or wait, which Wendy's are you frequenting, Ismat?
The one by Home Depot.
Man, Ismat, I only live like 2 corners from there. You should just stop by and be like, hey man,
You should go get
let's watch some Steins Gate. No, because that's
yeah.
the one I always go to, but the way the line works, because it's like around the building.
Yeah.
If Wendy's was more popular, that would also be a problem. But fortunately, they're a little bit more lowbrow. But...
No, because for like the one time I went, they gave me free orange juice. One time I went, they gave me my meal for free. Mm-hmm. Another time, they gave me free fries. I don't know what it is with Wendy's, but they like giving me free stuff, and I love you, Wendy's.
You're just a lucky boy, aren't you?
I know, I guess so.
Also, Wendy's is a fast food place that has salads. And I'm not a salad person, but I'll get a Wendy's salad.
The only thing I like from Wendy's is their spicy chicken sandwich.
It's also pretty good.
Yeah,
But
really
I'll get like a buffalo something salad that's like...
pretty good. Yeah.
No, and then they have those containers where you're supposed to shake the salad, not stir it, right? So you get the even coating of dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while when you're just getting the even coating,
And
it's
now
like, well,
the biggest nuisance
building the anticipation
is Subway, because I went to Subway.
Why would you do that? Just hold on before you go into your story. Why, Ismat?
Because I wanted a sub. That's why. But yeah, so I go into Subway and I go in. I order my entire family's meal because that's what I have to do when I go to restaurants.
Yeah, and I'm in the same boat. It's like, I'm going to. What do y'all want? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So I go in. I order my sandwich and stuff, and they don't serve roast beef anymore because Corona or whatever.
I know. I heard about that.
And I'm like
beef shortages.
Yeah, so they don't have roast beef.
Yeah, that's dumb. Anytime I find roast beef at the
and guess what they replaced it with?
Oh, what?
They replaced it with bacon. And
so you could just get more bacon.
So, and if you don't know me, I don't eat pork. And they're like, we're sorry, we don't have roast beef. We're gonna replace it with bacon. And I'm like, no, it's fine. I don't.
Yeah, no, please don't. Oh God, no.
No, yeah. And so, it was like a good 2 minutes of me explaining, I can't eat pork, but thanks, for the offer. Yeah.
Can you replace it with something else, please?
No, I just went with like just keep it turkey or whatever it was that they had. And that was it.
I love deli sliced turkey, man. That stuff's great.
You know what's a good place though? Have you been to Ike's yet? Or no?
I have.
Yeah, because I went there once when I was in Berkeley. You know, when I was here, I went twice so far.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they've got some good sandwiches. I always get the. Have you ever been to Charlie's in the mall?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever had the buffalo chicken? Because that's my favorite.
I forgot about that they exist until now, but they're buffalo chicken. For y'all that don't know, yes, they're buffalo chicken.
It's great. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so they have one sandwich at Ike's that tastes like that, and it's
just between two buns.
and it's pretty dang good. And it is more expensive, but I feel like the content is a little bit more higher quality too.
You don't regret paying the amount it costs?
Yeah, because I mean the quality feels like it's the ingredients are higher quality.
I've been to Ike's twice. Once when I was still in San Jose, and then once here at the one here. And I think when we went to the one in San Jose, it was like a family trip. So me, Greg, my mother, uncle, and our cousins. And Greg got a sandwich. Greg didn't like it because he got a sandwich that sounded like the worst possible sandwich they had at that Ike's.
What was it?
I don't remember. It was like...
Because they have some really weird names for their sandwiches.
It was like... It had chipotle sauce, buffalo chicken, buffalo halal chicken, something... I just remember it was like a mix of chipotle, buffalo sauce, and then some weird other thing. And I was like, Greg, why would you get that? And he was like, what? It's buffalo chicken. And he ate it, and he hated it. And I was like, of course. I told you it was gross.
That's why you tell him that you, sir, are a fool.
I think I got the Andrew Luck, which had bacon and avocado in it, and I was like, yes.
So I like the... Well, what was it called? Hot Mama something... I forget what the rest of the name was. But, it's the Hot Mama Huda. That's who it is. Yeah. That's the name of the sandwich. That's the buffalo chicken. Pretty good stuff.
I don't think that's what he got. He got something else with buffalo chicken. But I mean, all Ikes are different. They have like there's a list of Ike sandwiches like 700 items long. And
and then each location has a select of that items.
Also, does that mean there could be a good Ike's and a bad one?
I guess so. Yeah. The one here's pretty good. I think I like it. They had a couple good sandwiches that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
There was the other one I had was like it was a beef salami thing, and it was like two types of meat. It was like beef and like beef salami or something like that, and then it was some other stuff, and that's pretty good.
How long have we been talking about sandwiches?
I don't know. We're just talking about sandwiches because it's.
Oh no, I'm a regular person. Man. Right, so I won't go to an Ike's or whoever. I'll go to the grocery store and I'll just grab the fixins, and then.
There you go. When you go to the grocery store, do you ever grab like a Lunchables on the way out just because? No.
I'm always tempted because we're like on the grocery store where I live. Lunchables are right next to the lunch meat, so it's in your face every. Oh man! And I go to look, and the roast beef part is always empty, except for the one container that's always in the way back.
Oh.
And it's like, man, I knew someone saw this and hid it, and then I'm like, nope, snatch it.
No, but no, I do take a Lunchables every now and again, just cause, especially like I'll take the pizza one.
The pizza one's good.
Because I remember back in when you were like in grade school, you'd get that, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, anytime you had a Lunchable, you're like, man, my d is so huge, and everyone knows it.
And everyone would just stare at you because you know they wanted a piece of it, and they would ask you. Or
anytime you had any fast food for lunch in the children days, yeah.
Dude, that reminds me of a funny story.
Huh.
Okay, so do you guys like Jack in the Box burgers?
I don't think I've ever had a Jack in the Box burger.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Oh, the one I've had I hated, but.
Oh no, was it a chicken burger?
I don't even know what it was. I just didn't like it. I thought it was disgusting. And so I was sitting next to someone during I think it was like study hall or something in high school, and they had Jack in the Box, and I was like, oh, how do you eat their burgers? They're gross. And the guy's like, no, I mean they're fine. He opens it up, and it was the most lopsided, disgusting burger. Like the mustard was on the bun and everything, and you're just like, the hell did they do this burger? And the guy just took the burger, tossed it in the trash.
Yeah, no, I will defend the flavor, but no, yeah, sometimes you open them up and you're like, why? It's almost like they hated this. Why? It's like, no, my sourdough Jack didn't do anything wrong. Why? Oh no.
Good times.
Or sometimes you get the one that's been sitting out under the heat lamp, and you're like, man, it tastes like the heat lamp.
It lasts. It was there. It was there before they had to legally throw it out for being there too long, but still just cut in the edge, and that's how. Then you came along, didn't you?
Man, I like to think they were mid throwing it out, and were like, nope, he ordered it. Man.
No,
But on the flip, though, sometimes you open it up and it looks like it's in the commercial, and you're like, oh, okay, all is right with the world.
the two things I get from Jack in the Box are their tacos and
Oddly enough, way better than Taco Bell.
yeah, and then their what's it called? Their chicken fajita pita. I like that.
The fajita pita is good.
I think that's the best thing on their menu, for me at least. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's.
The tacos are the only thing I've ever gotten from Jack in the Box, and they did not give me intestinal distress like Taco Bell.
But that's why you eat Taco Bell though. Sometimes you just need to get things
I
out.
feel like your inability to enjoy the swine has limited your view of the Jack in the Box, in all fairness. Because,
Possibly.
yeah. Admittedly, Jack in the Box is rife with that garbage. I'll admit it, but I don't care. I want it. This is, oh man, so good.
I just can't eat swine, so
No, and I use the word swine because there's such a negative connotation. But
because I don't get the swine flu then.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you sure don't. But they have a cheddar potato wedge that's really good. And,
Yeah.
what's even better is if your mama just so happened to made fresh salsa the day before, and then it's been sitting in there. And once you let salsa sit for a second, that's because it's been able to soak in all of its own dew, and then
They do have good salsa, Jack in the Box.
No, I'm talking about we had homemade salsa.
Oh, you're talking about homemade salsa.
I'm talking
I thought you were talking about Jack in the Box.
I'm talking about the infusion of homemade and fast food combined into one malicious beast.
Now, that's some fancy stuff right there.
Yeah, potato wedges. Yum. Yeah.
Okay, so
I like how we've been on food for like.
yes,
Because everyone can appreciate a good food.
That is true.
that's what matters.
Yep.
So, something I do want to bring up that happened this week, just like the other day.
Oh yes.
Pokemon got its second part of the expansion
Oh,
pass.
I heard.
right? The Tundra. I think
Crown Tundra.
Yeah, I think I just saw that pop up on my.
Yeah, me and a coworker
feed.
were talking about that.
Yeah.
Some about you can like all the legendaries are accessible now. Like you can catch
I don't think
not the whole Pokedex, but I think the previous legendaries.
definitely not every legendary, but like a lot.
No. Oh, okay.
I played up to a point where I got through this certain section. It's called the Max Cave Trial.
What do you think about Alolan Zapdos? Or
What?
Galarian Zapdos, I guess.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
You guys
Not
can't
good?
see at home, but I'm shaking my head
It's
in
not
derision. It looks like a recolored Dodrio.
Wait, so it has two heads now?
No, it just has dumb legs.
Oh no, sorry,
and
not
no
two
wings.
heads, three heads, because Trio.
No, I say Dodrio because the animation is
Yeah, I
one
know.
leg up and it.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute. So instead of
Galarian Moltres though looks like it takes and names and all that.
cool, thanks for making this conversation about a Pokemon
Yeah,
children's
doing
game.
some things. Yeah. When is but it's full grown adults are playing these child's game, Chris. Come on.
You're right.
Oh, speaking of Pokemon though, so I think it was either Facebook or Reddit. I don't even know what I was scrolling through, but they were talking about Pokemon before Sword and Shield came out, right?
Yeah.
They were talking about a leak that happened or something, and how they found remnants of a lot of the Pokemon that were taken out inside a lot of the beta pieces that hackers had put together
Yeah.
into like a playable kind of game almost.
So you're telling me it was gonna catch them all, but then they took them out?
Yeah, but apparently, I think supposedly the reason why they took him out because when they were putting the game together, the hackers, they found that there was a lot of bugs with the like the Pokemon. I guess the Pokemon that were in the game, whatever, were causing a lot of bugs or something.
Oh.
So it was interesting. It was an interesting read. I don't remember a lot of what it said, but it said some interesting stuff about why they possibly took it out. But I think it was for like optimization,
Yeah.
and some things like that.
I definitely heard about that leak and how people found that stuff like before Sword and Shield had even come out, and how they actually got a straight up demo for it. They found a straight up demo for it without textures or models, but still straight up the Sword and Shield game. And then they found a lot of leaks about the the Johto games. Like things from the original Johto games they found within this leak of like a source code from the Pokemon. So they found a lot. So we've known about a lot of Pokemon that got scrapped from the original games that were on Game Boy, but then we found like a whole list of Pokemon that we've never even seen, or Pokemon that just ended up becoming other things. Like a beta version of Espeon and Umbreon. We have sprites for that now.
Okay. On the Pokemon topic, what do you think is the next Eevee evolution?
Did they even make one for Sword and Shield?
No.
I guess we're done with that.
But there's so many typings.
We need a Dragon Eevee. That's what we need.
No. How do they do that?
It'll be just a flying. It'll be
shove a dragon fang up an Eevee's friendship butt, and then and trade it, and it'll evolve.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I like that.
Also, there's no Ghost Eevee. There's no Poison Eevee.
I don't think we'll get a Ghost one because that's a bit too dark for the kids.
No. Why are there ghosts in the game if having a ghost is too deep for the children?
Because the Eevee dies, Chris. That's how you evolve it.
It
has to faint.
That's not what it means. Haven't you seen?
Oh man, imagine like it has to level up and die in the same fight or some crazy.
That would be insane. That would be like legitimately cool.
Because it's always been each one has like its own unique thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but wait, how would you even pull that off though? To level, because it only gains experience if it's alive.
Yeah, so it would like once you get it to its evolved level, and then you'd have to get it killed.
Make sure like in the fight
because there are items that you can have hold that
Eevee
poison.
Learns self-destruct, and then
oh my gosh, teach Eevee self-destruct. Oh man.
Yeah, you gotta use self-destruct, and then it kills the opposing Pokemon, levels up.
Yeah, the final level up has to come from a self-destructed Eevee.
Self-destruct doesn't give you experience, because it considers you already dead.
I know, but it makes Eevee
No, all you gotta do is change the animation to happen after the experience.
What?
Yes.
No.
Just for Eevee.
Okay. I suppose that would work, but that's stupid.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be ghost. I mean, there's like there's no rock ground, there's no poison, there's no steel, there's no bug.
Ooh, a steel Eevee would be kind of cool.
There's only 8, so we're missing 10. 10 possible evolutions.
Alright, the next game they just put all 10, just shove it in there.
No, that would be too much. They gotta go slow. Pokemon has to last another 16 years.
Anyway, I think the next game
there's no flying Eevee either. Give me one with wings and make it cute.
I bet you the next game we get is gonna be a remake anyway, so it'll be cool.
I think that's what it's going to, like either 4th gen remakes or another Let's Go.
See, part of me thinks it might be a Let's Go, but I think they might do a Soul Silver remake.
Isn't Soul Silver a remake in itself?
Yes,
it is, but I think they might do it again because that one was really successful. So, or it could be because they did do that. What's it called? They repaid for their Entei copyright or whatever.
Oh,
you mentioned this before, haven't you?
So that's why I'm thinking.
Familiar.
So so that could be why.
Yes, but Entei is in Crown Tundra, so that's probably just why.
Could be too. Just speculation here, but
I hope if they do decide to remake a Silver, I hope they change up the early Pokemon selection because man, I don't know if you guys have played those games. Actually, I think you said you were.
Soul Silver, I beat it. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I've gotten
because I'm currently in the middle of the playthrough, and I'm like, man, the early game is just schlock, man.
It's hard to get through.
Want to know what's the most
that and the
satisfying
starters
thing?
suck, huh?
Beating a Battle Frontier brain is the most satisfying moments you can ever have in a Pokemon game.
You're not getting it back, Ismat.
What do you mean? No,
You're never getting Battle Frontier back.
But it was so satisfying. I beat one in Soul Silver, and I never expected to. And, oh my god. I lost the round after.
Enjoy it while you can. It's gone.
Yeah, I think I only ever beat the Battle Pike in the Battle Frontier, and then I'm like, I beat one, that's all I needed.
The Battle Pike? That's the one with the Survivor, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's such a pain in the butt.
Yeah, because...
It's randomized.
It's randomized, but then... I think they had a level 100 Seviper, a Milotic, and some other Pokemon. And Seviper had anything but poison moves. I'm like, man, this cheating piece of...
Dude, no, that Battle Frontier was hard. It was real hard. Have you ever done you've done the pyramid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, that one.
I did the pyramid once, managed to get out of it by accident. I'm like, never again. F you, pyramid.
That was a pain in the butt because you start with 0 flash, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just walking in a cave blind without flash.
Yeah.
And then every person you battle, you get just a little bit of extra light until finally you max light or whatever, and then you move on to the next. Well, I mean, that's if you don't move on to the next stage. And you don't get heals, you don't get items, nothing. You just go in there bare naked.
Wait, is that the Soul Silver Battle Frontier?
No, that's Emerald. That's the
Are you
Emerald.
sure? Because Emerald, they would know. I think you're not remembering. They would give you the biggest, coolest, most broken items, but you're like, oh yay! But you weren't allowed to keep them.
No, well, I mean, you can find them in the pyramid.
Yeah, but if you didn't use them, that's it. You found it, and then it was wasted.
Yeah. That was Emerald though.
Yeah. No, but that does. I remember I would run into level 95 plusles and mine-ins, and I'm like, man, all they wanted to do was paralysis, and you're like, man.
No, that battle pyramid was a pain in the butt. One of my favorite ones though was the battle dome.
Until I went in there with my Swampert, and then they were like, oh no, he's immune.
So yeah, Emerald had the dojo.
Mm-hmm.
It had the other one that looked like the dojo but wasn't the dojo.
Mm-hmm.
It had the pike, the pyramid. It had the factory, and it had the dome, and of course it had the tower.
Yeah,
the battle tower. I think that's all of them. Or am I missing one? Yeah, and then so Soul Silver, Platinum, and is there another game that has the Battle Frontier?
Gold?
Well, Soul Silver and Heart Gold, same generation.
Diamond, Pearl, Platinum.
So yeah, just Platinum and Soul Silver then. Mm-hmm. That Battle Frontier had the, I guess the factory again, although like some variant of it. Mm-hmm. It had the roulette one. It had the tower, of course. It had the castle, which was my favorite in that one. And then you had the, there was one more. I can't remember. But yeah, there was one more.
All I remember is I chose to get a little Totodile, and that thing doesn't learn jack the whole game.
You know, water Pokemon suck. Just saying. Usually they do.
No, I went to verify to see if I made the wrong choice, but no, all 3 starters learn jack nothing and are useless. And I was like, oh.
Typhlosion.
Typhlosion is cool, cosmetically only.
But Typhlosion...
What does Typhlosion learn?
Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Flamethrower.
Eruption.
Self-destruct.
Okay, but many of those moves can be taught to other Pokemon. What does Typhlosion learn that only Typhlosion learns that makes him cool?
Smoke Screen.
Smoke Screen is the best attack ever. Let's be real here.
Let's be real, you guys are fools. Anytime it's like, would you like to learn Smoke Screen? I'm like, hell no, Pokemon. And it's like, oh, are you sure? I'm like, yes.
You know what's the most overpowered move in Pokemon Stadium? Sand attack.
Throwing sand in people's eyes? Of course. Oh no, your accuracy is lower. Like, oh.
Because the minute you did that twice, the other player could not hit for...
It really felt like they gave, like...
They made it way better than it should have been, it sounds like.
Yeah, because that was a problem with Pokemon Stadium. Because once someone used Sand Attack twice, it was practically 90% missing at that point. Sand Attack's overpowered, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, Sand Attack, Double Team, Minimize. These are all moves that the computer will employ.
And then freaking Metapod with Harden. And all you got is Tackle at the beginning of the game.
I love when it says a move is not very effective, but you clearly one-shotted them, no problem.
That's always fun. That's always fun, yeah.
It took 1 frame for their life bar to disappear. It's like, no, it didn't do much. I'm like, oh, okay.
Something else happened.
Yeah? But you want to know what happened right now? It's going pretty good so far. It hasn't stopped or done nothing.
Thank goodness. Thank you, Audition, for actually working. For once.
Audition?
Audacity. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm not crediting Audition. Audition, you suck. Oh. Audacity, you're good. Okay, that's cool. Audition I use to edit this podcast.
Oh, I see.
Well, what happened this week, we got confirmation for the Fire Emblem 30th anniversary. They're releasing the first game, never had come out in America. It's coming to America fully localized. Fire Emblem, the Dark Dragon, and the Light of Hope. Talk is mine.
So, where do I get this?
You can get it. It's a digital only, but you can get a collector's edition. Ooh. $50.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
You guys didn't see my face. I drooped down, and then he said, "I can get a collector's edition." I was like, "Oh yes."
Yeah.
Yeah, I always want the collectors, especially now that I'm making my
So
own.
where do I get this collector's edition?
You can get it from GameStop right now. I don't think it's going to be on Amazon. It's only from GameStop.
So GameStop has got the hookup.
GameStop has something.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. All right, then I'm going to GameStop then. Probably right after this podcast. I'm just gonna run there and pick it up.
You can't pick it up right now. It comes out December 4th, but you can pre-order it.
Okay, well I'll go pre-order it before GameStop goes out of business then.
Hey man, you take that back, yo. GameStop has the right idea.
They do have the right idea here, but I'm just saying, I kind of want my $5
What happens?
deposit.
What does happen to pre-orders if the store goes out of business?
You know, Chris, I think this is a question that people have asked before, but the answer is
Nothing. You lost.
They got your $5.
I mean, I think that's literally what happens, yeah. Because you paid cash, you don't really have a receipt for it either, I don't think.
You get a receipt, but where can you? Like the store is closed. What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, I know when a company goes bankrupt, they do have to, what's it called, solve all debts. And sadly for you, you're probably the last person on the list they're gonna solve their debts to.
Yeah.
So.
They're gonna pay out.
Yeah,
all
they
those...
probably got to pay like all the investors.
All the
put
investors.
put
Yeah, so-
actual money instead of your little piddly.
So yeah, first it'd be the stockbrokers.
No, imagine that's how
Yeah.
GameStop made its comeback. They're like, oh, we're bankrupt. But like, instead of paying all of these big wigs all their money that they were just going to sit on, we're going to go to our customers. People kept us alive. And then you're just like, oh, my $5, yay.
But then they'd go to jail afterwards, Kevin. For not paying their dues.
No, the ones they have to pay are the ones that made them go out of business.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just full circle. I won't go after this because I have to work. But I will certainly be going shopping to the GameStop because, man, that's cool. Because they have bargain bins, man. It's like 3 for $10, and you find some gems in there.
I don't know if the bargain bins are still there, but
I'd go there back when it was a regular thing to go out and do things. Payday just happened. I'm like, okay, I know I can get like 10, 12 games and not break up whatever, so I'm going in.
And then you don't play a single one of them except like 3 of them.
No, upon initially, you'll play them. And you're like, man, what a find. And then you fall into this habit of, okay, I'm getting all these games, and then I'm starting to not play them anymore.
Yeah.
And then you just play Dark Souls again.
You know what? No, honestly, my new thing has been... It's funny you say that. I've been more... my new Souls game that I've been on is actually Neo 2, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because I bought the collectors for the Neo 2, so I got a bunch...
Which one is this?
This is the more Japanese feudal Japan type
Okay.
setting. But
It's the one with like he's got like the sword and on the
and
cover.
he's got the horns and the
Okay. I know what you're talking about then.
And it has a Skyrim level mechanic where the more you use a thing is how you improve it.
It's NIOH, right? Is that
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I know
yo
what you're talking
ho. Yeah.
about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the weapon selection is great. I think there's like 12 weapons to choose from, but they're all like you can have a hook on a chain. You can have you get dual action in that game, which is you get magic, get your ninjutsus, get to customize with it's all and fighters. Oh, Dragon Ball Fighters is good. People who know play it. No, because I got an arcade stick for my birthday, so I'm trying to learn how to play on that.
Fancy.
It's real satisfying to slap those buttons. I tell you what. Except when you're losing, and then you want to throw that thing across the wall. But
You know what I've always wanted? I wanted one of those like what's it called for those flight sim games where you have like the fight stick.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. But
what about those Japanese mecha games where they have the whole freaking thing for like $300, and you're like, whoa.
That would be cool.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need this thing.
Yeah, certain games have the expensive setup where you can actually simulate being in the cockpit.
They're mostly Japan only, but it's not like you can't just buy the stuff and also like.
If you have general knowledge of Japanese, I can read the instructions. I'm sure you can.
Or you could look up a translation.
Part of me needs to learn Japanese just so I can do all this.
We need to learn a little bit of conversational Japanese so that we can go.
I think we could just read. I think if we can just learn to read, we'll make do.
Can we just bring a Japanese person along and?
Okay, well we gotta meet a Japanese person.
We need to go to Japan. We need to do a few things once the world is cured of sickness.
Which is probably never at this rate, huh?
Probably a few more years, yes. But that gives us time to save up the money.
It's taking too long.
No, it's funny you mentioned the virus because, unrelated, kind of related, I watched the new Borat subsequent movie film.
Yes.
When it came out?
Sure did.
So don't spoil it because I haven't seen it yet. But
I haven't seen it either. But yes, tell us.
It was Borat.
Oh, it was very Borat, wasn't it?
No, Borat is the one that caused all of our problems.
Just like Randall Marsh.
Did he the pingolin?
No, I can happily say he did not. Although, man, Okay, let's veer back to the piglin. Okay, so the South Park special. We have been talking about it in the kitchen of a certain restaurant. And man, I didn't finish it, but I love talking about the chin diapers and the going back to, oh no, people suck, and I love Cartman's I need to get me one of those, man.
The sticks.
Oh, I love the sticks.
It's the 6-foot stick. You just poke it at someone like 6 feet away.
Dude, Cartman's always a... He's great.
No, but where would the show be without Cartman?
I know. He literally is the show.
Cartman is the necessary evil that propels it forward.
I love his character. He's such a great character. He's a little but,
Okay.
I love him.
Less cursing, please, because I can guarantee while I'm editing, I'm probably trying to bang my head against the wall. What is that, 7 swears out of you, Ismat, in the past minute?
Yes.
Okay, less now? Boing! One of these days...
Man, it's going to sound like Bulbasaur and Squirtle are getting it on in this podcast. My brain tried to make their noises and it immediately gave up, so I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to sound.
Okay.
See,
one of these days, I'm just going to cut you out of the podcast.
I figured that day was coming eventually.
Figured that day had already come and gone.
Yeah, I thought so. What happened to that, Chris?
Well...
To those of you that think that he just said one thing and left, no, he was there. I just edited the entirety of it.
No, that's what's happening. It's just like the whole we talked the whole podcast.
Yeah, some latent racism came out that was not good for the podcast.
Cuts out Kevin with the...
No, see, that's why I say in vague terms and no swears, so it's still child friendly.
Oh, yes.
Of course, we are referring to that superhero that now is where he belongs. And see, that's all you gotta say, and it's funny. Yeah.
So
I feel bad for Chris because he has to deal with our...
I think you're gonna have a good time going back and listening. You're gonna be like, oh no, I gotta cut it, but man, what a good time.
So... Normally we would go over an hour, but since my computer was screwing around for like 10 minutes, we're gonna keep it under an hour. I want to continue a little story that we started last week.
Oh,
our anime?
The Master of Killing Time, Ismat-dono.
Oh, Ismat-dono.
This again?
Yes.
Oh,
so, the story, as it has been, Ismat has the ability to control a certain period of time, 30 minutes. He's being tracked and, I guess, hunted by a certain Deep Throat, a girl at the same high school.
I forgot we named her Deep Throat. Okay, yeah.
A girl at the same high school as Ismat. She
broke her bum. Yes.
She broke her caboose.
Yes.
She fell from a high platform, and Ismat
landed on her caboose.
Ismat did not save her. In fact, he rewinded time to not save her.
Apparently, that was a thing. Yes.
You tried to buy lottery tickets, but Deep Throat kept hacking into the lottery system and giving you the wrong number.
I don't remember this part.
Throat? How did Deep Throat get into this?
She had a laptop hidden in between her breasts. She does not have breasts.
What?
Everybody thought she was just flat-chested. It was a laptop.
Wait, what? What? I don't remember this part. This part was omitted from...
It was not omitted. We went over this.
I don't recall this.
Admittedly, it was at the end, so you probably don't remember it as well.
Perhaps.
So we're like 4 episodes in. What's the next part of Ismat's...
Well, I mean, with most animes, this is where we usually lose the plot altogether, and it becomes, oh, look at them titties.
But there aren't any.
No, we could look at the laptop titties. Oh, yeah. Phrase of the week is laptop titties. Get it trending, y'all. Isma, you ever hide a laptop in your sweet cleavage? Probably not.
No, that's never crossed my mind.
Another good thumbnail would be the booty crack cable. I think.
No. We ain't doing that.
We've already put Ismat in a thumbnail.
Yeah, we don't do that, no.
And admittedly, you chose the correct picture. It was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what's next for Ismat? If we were going by anime rules, we have to just buy time until the 3-episode finale where all the story happened.
So yeah, he just keeps rewinding the same 30 minutes just to enjoy the same meal over and over again.
Why does
Okay,
he
but
do
what
that?
is this meal?
Because if I had that power, that's exactly what I would do.
That's episode 4. We
Yep.
enjoy a meal over and over.
Yep.
And that's the episode? Okay, cool. Episode 5. He's finished his meal successfully. Is Deep Throat still recovering with her broken caboose?
She got out. She's finally been released from the hospital, but she wears a brace.
And it took 30 minutes for them to fix that caboose.
So you...
I rewind those same 30 minutes.
Oh.
And then
To put her back in the hospital? Is this whole show you're just trolling this poor girl? Oh, man.
I like how this is off the rails, but
Should we let's introduce a new character. What can we add to this story? So there's the character that's just wanting to hunt Ismat for his power. There's Ismat with his power. Let's introduce a new character.
Do I get the subservient what's it called? Like in Death Note with Misa Amane. Do I get one of them?
So you have
my or like Mikami, where you have that subservient lackey who f***ed up at the end.
You have your servant girlfriend. You have you.
Who is also gonna die.
I mean, that's what happens. Yeah.
She is indebted to you.
Because you saved her life, but when we cut to a flashback, all you did was like, no, you shouldn't eat that. That milk is bad. Or something. And then she'd be like, do you remember we promised on that day? And you're like, no, I don't, because no one remembers ever.
Speaking of bad food, though, no, I read a really sad news story. Like, someone decided to make handmade noodles that were in their freezer for like a year, killed their entire family.
Jeez.
This was in China, though. But,
How did this happen?
I don't know. I guess they took old handmade noodles that they had in their freezer, made them, and then it was 9 people, 9 family members, feasting on that handmade noodles, and yeah, that was
Did
the
they
end.
ever explain what it is that actually killed them? Because
I
I personally wouldn't eat year-old frozen handmade noodles, but I mean,
I don't know, but apparently it was toxic or something. Got some real bad food poisoning, and it killed them all. Yeah, so just your PSA: don't eat spoiled food.
Okay, so you
large corporations make our noodles for a reason, America. Remember, that's why we aren't in our homes making them ourselves, because people die.
Speaking of handmade noodles, though, there's a place in Oakland that's really good that makes handmade noodles.
Oh,
Yes, we should go there sometime.
should we?
Yes,
I don't
really good.
Because of that story you just told. I don't want to.
Yeah, I kind of also have an aversion to noodles for a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Sure, I'll make some bomb ramen noodles and be like, nope, noodles are great, and then,
Yeah.
you know.
So what does Ismat do now that he has a servant?
The whole, I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Everything
with it.
goes tits up.
I mean, usually the servant f***s up, so
Okay, but
that's
what's
usually how it
happening
goes.
that the servant up?
That's a good question, Kevin.
She reveals to somebody else that you have a power, and it turns out that person has a power.
Oh, what is their power?
Their power is to...
Fast forward 30 minutes.
No, because
Actually, yeah, why isn't there, like, an anti-Ismat character?
that's a good point.
Or is that how we're going to end the first season?
No.
Oh no, there's a transfer student. Oh, look at the size of those titties. Man, why are transfer students so hot in Japan? Japan, if you're listening, the entirety of the country, please tell us, why are transfer students so hot? Why do you guys care? They're just a person. They're just a person that went from another school and is now going to your school. What is the allure?
You know, why is it that half their class is always a transfer student, too?
Why is it they have to present the transfer student like they're like I don't know. It's weird.
Because like I've definitely seen some anime where they're like 5 or 6 transfer students in the same class or whatever, and you're just like, what?
Yeah. And the Japanese have never seen a foreigner before, so they always clamor to that student's desk. Man, there's a bunch of stuff we can put in your show, Ismat. I think it's gonna start looking up.
But yeah, so the guy fast forwards 30 minutes. Is that
So
what
he
we're
can
doing?
fast forward 30 minutes. You can rewind 30 minutes. So what's your conflict with each other?
He keeps fast forwarding, and I'm keeping rewinding.
Maybe he has a thing for Deep Throat, and he knows that he is much trolling Deep Throat with his reversing caboose break.
He already did it though. It happened.
Well, I mean,
before.
that's why now he's on the case. He's like, oh, he broke my girl's bum. That was supposed to be me.
Who breaks her bum?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's mad and he swears revenge for you breaking her bum first.
You have a confrontation where he fast forwards 30 minutes so that a train hits you, but you rewind 30 minutes so that you're just stuck in time. How do you get out
See,
of
that
this
doesn't
situation?
sound like the better situation. That also sounds
So
dire in a different
we're just
way.
stuck in a time loop of the same 30-minute time frame.
No, you're stuck.
And that is the whole season.
You're stuck at a single point in time because he's fast forwarding. You're rewinding to the back.
No,
to the
you're
same
stuck
time.
in that single point because, surprise, surprise, there's a third character
Wait.
that can only stop time for 30 minutes. Yeah, that since doesn't sound like it makes sense. But I mean,
That's quite an end of episode cliffhanger.
yeah.
Let's just stop here.
I think we need to figure out what kind of time travel we're talking about here.
We need to figure out what the conflict of the show is.
Because
We need to sit down and just talk it out and have an idea.
When's Deep Throat going to be a villain?
What?
I thought Deep Throat was already a villain.
Well, now they're less of a villain because there are 2 other characters who are messing up the timeline.
Well, I mean, not by much.
This
I
is
mean,
why-
it's only in 30-minute increments.
This is why you don't do time travel, guys.